Former President Donald J. Trump's apparent plan to soon announce his candidacy is challenging Attorney General Merrick B. Garland's desire to show that the Justice Department can operate above partisanship. Attorney General Merrick B. Garland has long said that the Justice Department is up to the task of investigating former President Donald J. Trump, whose final weeks in office included his supporters attacking the Capitol as he refused to acknowledge. That assertion was part of Mr. Garland's desire to show that the department could operate above partisanship, acting as neither the weapon nor the enemy of any president or party. The real and perceived political landmines that accompany an investigation into Mr. Trump could be navigated, Mr. Garland suggested, by strictly following the rule of law. But Mr. Garland's hopes are being tested by Mr. Trump's apparent plan to announce that he will run again for the White House, a step that would transform him from a former president into an electoral opponent of President Biden at a time of extreme political polarization. An environment leading the Justice Department to weigh whether to appoint a special counsel to handle open criminal inquiries related to Mr. Trump. A special counsel, who is typically appointed by the Attorney General, would have more autonomy to run an investigation than other federal prosecutors usually would. That person has more independence than a United States attorney, but any final decisions on whether to charge Mr. Trump would still rest with Mr. Garland and the department's top leaders. The former president faces a series of investigations, including his handling of sensitive national security documents and his efforts to retain power after his election loss, and it remains an open question whether the department will ultimately bring charges against him. A special counsel could theoretically shield the department from the perception that an investigation into Mr. Trump is a partisan attack on Mr. Biden's top political opponent. But it could also imply that the Justice Department on its own could not be trusted by all Americans to make decisions about holding Mr. Trump to account.